Shalom, shalom. Before I start, all praises, honor, and the glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone that rule well, and peace and mercy to the elect, the house of David. All ye sincere Akim pushing this word, no sincerity and truth, and to the few sisters that do subscribe into this truth, shalom. And this is an article I came across from Natural News that says local government in Philippines declares that unvacationed people are barred from purchasing food. And you see, and this is the new tactic of these governments around the world is issuing out threats for the loss of livelihood. You know, pushing out threats that you'll lose your job, you won't be able to shop, you won't be able to feed your family, you won't be able to leave your house, you know, unless you comply and get vacation. And a lot of these threats are working on the people. You know, these pressure tactics are causing a lot of these people to bend and break and to choose a side, which is the side, the dark side, which is the left hand side, which is rolling up your sleeve and taking that you know what. And eventually it's going to lead to you putting out your right hand over your forehead and receiving that MOTB. All right. And these are, at the end of the day, they're all unrighteous decrees. They're all even against their own governments and their own uh, constitutions of the governments of these countries, man. And they don't give a damn. They're doing whatever it takes for these people to bow down and to lay and get down with the NWO. You know, and everybody has their their breaking point. Everybody has that particular threat that they're going to issue that's going to touch base with these people and cause them to second guess and to make the wrong decision. Just like you had out here in certain states here in California and probably in other states too. Now they're mandating that all federal and government workers, you know, got to roll up their sleeve and get vacation unless, you know, so that if they want to continue to keep their jobs, man. They're even doing it to the military. So it hasn't reached a point here yet in America where they're telling you that, look, if you don't get it, we're going to pass executive orders like they did in the Philippines that you can't even go to the grocery store, the mall, the liquor store, or any other store unless you roll up. Hey, stop. Unless you get the special sauce, man. You see, and as of right now, you know, this is what they're doing. These are just all pressure tactics, man. Unrighteous decrees, you know, pretty soon. So let me start with that. I'm going to read some of this article. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, you see? And that's all these different mandates that you see coming down, which eventually they're going to be passed, they're going to be called laws. They're going to pass down certain executive orders that's going to make these things solidified. You see? But woe unto them, which means destruction, because the Lord's going to come and judge all these government and these unrighteous decrees eventually, man. But as of right now, they're being used by the Lord on the left hand side to draw a line in the sand, man, to separate those that truly believe against those that believe Him not amongst you tribes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, and this is going to cause a huge divide, especially here in America, man, and in different states and in different countries all around the world, because they're trying to create, you know, a society of the unvacationed and the vacation, which is going to cause these different countries to have divisions and splits and infighting, man. Which these devils are going to try to bring the order out of that chaos. It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fathers. Yeah, so it says that widows may be their prey because they're setting these traps on you people, man. And guess what? These traps are causing you people to become prey. They're causing you to either to choose a side, to either you're going to get down or lay down, man. You see? So these threats and these different mandates are nothing but snares and traps, man. And you people are being preyed upon by these things. And if you don't have the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai with you, man, you're not going to have the spirit in you to make the right decision. You're not going to have the right mind frame to deny all these things and don't allow this devil to bust all up in you and, you know, and lay down with this devil. Because that's ultimately what he's trying to do. He's basically trying to get you, especially you Israelites, you tribes, to choose him as your God and as your king. And how is he gonna solidify it? By allowing him to inject you with this thing and eventually implant that MOTB in you. Which after you do that, that's it for you. You've chosen what side you're gonna be on. You've chosen that you don't want anything to do with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? But as you can see, this is what this devil is doing, man. He's taking away the right. Because everybody has a God-given right to sustain themselves and to feed their families, man, and to work an honest day's work and get paid so that you can go to the store and bring home the turkey bacon, as they would say, you know? But this devil now, he's taking that away from you in order to get you to bow down to his NWO and to become his permanent slave. So let me go back to this article. It says, human right abuses are accelerating worldwide as governments claim dominion over people's bodies and minds. In the Philippine city of Lapu-Lapu, Mayor Junard A. Hong Chan signed a terror-inspired executive order that bans the unvacationed from department stores, convenience stores, supermarkets, and grocery stores. Yeah, see? And that's part of that, that's that pressure, man. You know? And for some people, this is their breaking point. You mean tell me I can't shop, I can't go to the store, I can't feed my family? What am I gonna do? Well, I only have one choice, and that's to obey and to go to the nearest facility and do what they want me to do, which ain't gonna change a damn thing anyway. Which obviously we can see, even though these people are all jabbed up, they're still catching hell. The scripture tell you those that consent to them shall be had in derision. So even you complying and doing it is not benefiting your life. It's not making you special. It's not giving you any perks or benefits. You're still under lockdown. You still got to wear a mask, and you still now you're a super spreader, man. So what the hell is it really benefiting you, man? And it's never going to change. You're never going to take the mask off. You're never going to come out of lockdown, and you're never going to stop getting busted up in, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, because it's always going to be another variant, another delta. Shit, they got a whole Greek alphabet to go down and to label these different strands, and a shot waiting for you, man. Okay. Individuals who do not submit their body to the experimental DVOT protocol will be excommunicated from society, starved out, segregated into perpetuity. And no one, when I read that, the first thing I thought about was Revelations 13 and 16. You know, you know what that's talking about, the MOTB. It says this divide and conquer strategy uses terror and humiliation to achieve absolute compliance. Yes, that was going to start like you had that ex-Obama worker in his presidency said it's time to maybe it's time to start blaming the unjabbed. Let's start taking away their right to even have children, man. You see the type of threats that they're spewing out and the pressure they're putting on you people to comply. It says food and basic resources are now being used as weapons against humanity. Yeah, you okay? It's okay. Huh? It's okay. Are you sure? Yeah. See, so now they're using your daily benefits, things that you need, your daily essential things, like basically as food and water, as a weapon to get you to comply, and that's wicked as all hell, man. You see, but that's the level that this devil is going to go, and that's why having the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the knowledge of this truth is going to sustain us from these things, man. We know better. We know that this devil Esau is not the end all be all of sustaining life, man. We don't need this devil to rely upon him for food and water and shelter. Those things come from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and those of our people who are not in this truth and who don't have that knowledge and understanding are not going to get it. So therefore they're going to bend to the pressure, and they're going to comply to their own death. It says a new wave of Nuremberg trials are warranted as governments repeatedly violate and mock informed consent and basic medical ethics. All right. So let me get this precept. This is Psalms 140:1. It says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man." See, who's the evil man? Esau. And you see these evil and unrighteous decrees that he's bringing down the pike, the pressure that he's putting on these people to obey. It says, "Preserve me from the violent man." Yeah, preserve means to save. And that's exactly what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to do. But it's going to take the faith on your end and your trust in him and in his word to keep you preserved from these things that this devil is doing, man. And I stop. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Yeah, what that law, that executive order is mischief, man. Anybody believe that governor of the Philippines didn't just come up with that on his own? He's being told to do that by his handlers, man, by the elite. You know, which a lot of these blue states, they're being told to start doing the same thing. You just had that jerk off Don Lemon on CNN basically uttering that same sentiment. We need to get hard on the unjab. We need to take away this, take away that. Don't give them the ability to do this, and then maybe they'll use common sense and they'll understand. Stop. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Come over here. Come over here. Which imagine mischiefs in their heart meaning their mind, and that's what this devil is planning. Stop. Now. They're imagining mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. Yeah, and they're looking to come to war against you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. And like we've been telling you, it's been a spiritual warfare, an information warfare, But now this war is about to get physical because this devil, like the scriptures say, is going to come down with great wrath, man. Because right now he's just spewing out threats, but eventually those threats are going to be pushed with force, And if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have the spirit on you, man, you're gonna lose this war. You see, you're gonna allow this devil to basically to put his name on you, to brand you, and to have complete ownership of you, man, in which you will be destroyed in the presence of the Lamb. Salakia, this boy tired, man. He ain't showing out. See, so this devil is preparing war against you, damn people, man. And you think the only way that you're gonna be safe is by complying? Well, you're wrong. Once you comply, the war is never gonna end, man. Because then this devil's gonna have complete and utter control over you and your thoughts and your livelihood. And then you're only gonna be able to sit where he say sit, go where he say go, and do what he say do. And that's not life, man. That's not what the Heavenly Father has in store for his elect, man. And we're not going to bow down and take this shit in order to be subjugated by this devil any longer, man. It says, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Say, la, yeah, and everything that this devil say is poison. What these executive orders are doing and causing, that's poison, man. Shit. Even what they have in those syringes is poison, man. So everything that this devil is saying, everything that he's offering, is nothing but poison and death, man. And if you're weak and you get weak enough, guess what? You're going to allow yourself to be poisoned by this devil to your own destruction. It says, keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. See? Who's that? Esau is the wicked. And what he's doing, this new world order, is wickedness, man. And if you comply unto it and you allow him to put his hands on you, man, good luck. It says, preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my going. See? That's what he's trying to do. That's why he's threatening the loss of jobs, the loss of livelihoods, man. He's going to overthrow your goings unless you get down with what he has going, man. And that's why you have to resist, and fight and say no at all costs, man. You see? And those of us that are in the spirit, we're going to, because we know that we're already betrothed to Yahushua. We're already preserved and, promised to another, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We don't want nothing to do with Esau. We don't. That's why we ain't listening to what he's saying. We ain't soaking up none of his game. We ain't believing none of his lies. We ain't accepting none of it, man. Because we know where our livelihood lies, man. And it's definitely not with this devil, man. This devil is bringing nothing but death. But Yahweh Shai is coming to bring life and the kingdom everlasting, man. All we have to do is just remain faithful, to be that faithful bride, that faithful woman to Yahweh Shai, and not let this devil try to commit adultery with us, man, or lay down with him spiritually to fornicate with this nigga, man. Hey, and the elect, we're going to resist even unto death if needs be. We're going to remain faithful unto death, and we're going to receive a crown of life. But 2/3 of our people, you're going to lose this battle, man. You're not going to be preserved from the violent man. That violent man is going to get his nasty hands all over you, and he's going to bust that thing all up in you, man. Both of them, the MOTB and the juice. You see? So we understand what all this shit is leading towards and what it's all being done for. It says, the proud have hid a snare for me. See, a snare is a trap. And cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have sought gins for me. Selah. What is those gins? Different executive orders like these. These things are trap, man, to trap you people's minds and to break your will in order to comply to his NWO, man. But we know better. We know what this is all about, man. We have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So it's like he has this trap set, but we see the trap. We stepping right over it. We're going around it, man. It says the abuse will continue against the unvacationed and will increase against the vacation. See, so whether you take it or whether not, you're still gonna catch hell. Like I said, even though you take this thing, your life's not gonna get better. You think because they're saying, oh, the vacation can go into the store, you can go here, you can go to concerts. That's gonna all that's all an illusion, man. You see, because all you're doing is vacationing yourself right into complete brutal slavery that you don't even know yet. It says who will soon be required to obey again by getting booster shots. You see, anyone who doesn't comply with the government's vacation threats will be segregated, socially ostracized, starved, restricted from living their lives. This abuse could go on into the foreseeable future because too many people are complying and too many few are standing up to these tyrants, you see? And that's the ultimate goal, man. Either you're going to get down or lay down, but those of us who are of the hopeful elect, we look at it as either you're going to be what you're going to choose Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or you're going to choose this devil, man. Because we've already given up hope in America, man. We've already detached ourselves from this place. Our eyes are focused on the kingdom of heaven. We're not focused upon the things that are here right now, because all these things are temporary, man. And we know that the kingdom of heaven is forever, but in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, we have to remain obedient and faithful unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see, like, these threats of being ostracized from this society, being starved, and being restricted from living our lives, that don't move us, man, because we have no life here anyway. Our life is in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and our salvation is in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So to hell with this place. If I gotta die, Lord, if that's my will to be beheaded in order to choose Yahweh Shai and not choose this new world order, then so be it, man. I'd rather die righteously and die faithful than die a coward and die a faithless worm, man. You see? It says Section 4 of Mayor Chan's executive order states, effective August 25th, 2021, only vacation persons upon presentation of their vacation cards shall be allowed to enter public and private markets, including department stores, supermarkets, grocery stores, and convenience stores. And for a lot of these people, that's their breaking point. For a lot of these people, once they heard that, they immediately got up and went and did it that wasn't going to do it before. See? And these are those threats. These are those pressure cooker that they're putting on the people that's causing them to comply. It says, who needs gas chambers when governments can belligerently starve people and threaten their life at every turn? You see, and we're not worried about that. We're not worried about being starved. All right, we're not worried about none of those things because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is in control of everything on this planet Earth. All right, that's why this was written. Isaiah 65 and 11. Daddy. What? Oh, okay. Come on. It says, but ye are they that forsake. Hey, Shalakia. What the fuck, man? What are you doing? I didn't know. What do you mean you don't know? You do know. Stop, man. What the fuck? Alright, thank you. Here. 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 I know. No. Salakia. Alright. Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Right, and that's 2/3 of our people, man. They have forsaken the Lord because they haven't taken heed to the words of the prophets. They haven't repented. They haven't separated themselves, from the world. They haven't detached from Babylon the Great. They still have faith in this place, man. And that's why when all these things happen on the earth, they're going to be prepared for that truth. They're going to be prepared for these different threats and these different pressure cookers that's coming from this government, man. You see? It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. Yeah, 2/3 of our people didn't answer to this call. They didn't answer to the call of the prophets. They mocked, they scoffed, and they continued to, partake in the ways of America, man. To the point now to where they're all going to get jabbed up so that they could save their life and continue on here in Babylon the Great, not even knowing that you just put your own neck inside the shackles and chains of slavery of Esau, man. It says, when I spake, ye did not hear. Yeah, how did the Lord speak? Through the prophets. We told you people, don't comply. Don't take this thing. Trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Repent. Detach from America. But they did not hear. Our people don't want to hear that, man. They want to do what they want to do. They want the hot boy, hot girl summer. They want to continue to be here, to continue to be wicked and do whatever the hell they want to do, not knowing that those days are completely over. And Esau is promising you that if you obey and do what he tells you, that these things will carry on. But they're not. You're headed right into a permanent lockdown with masks and continuous jabs around every corner, man. But did evil before mine eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat. See, and that's why I said earlier, we ain't worried about this. Those threats of not being able to have a livelihood for the elect, that don't move us, man, because the Lord already countered that and told us this. Behold, but ye shall be hungry. Who's going to be hungry? Those that that didn't take the heed or the calling. It says, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Yeah, 2/3 of our people are going to be ashamed. And everybody that's obeying and complying to the will of these governments and bowing down to the slaughter, man, you are going to be ashamed in that day when Yahweh Shai returns. You're going to be ashamed when you found out that you rejected the Lord and obeyed this devil only to come to the realization that everything that he promised you was a damn lie and ain't nothing changed. And you just further just put yourself in a complete and utter slavery, and you just took some shit that could likely kill you in a year or two or 6 months down the line, man. So you're going to be ashamed in that day, but the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to rejoice. We're going to remain faithful. When Esau puts out that threat and we all lose our job and we can't go to the grocery store because we don't have proof of vacation, guess what? The Lord going to perform miracles to feed his servants, to make sure that his servants drink and not be thirsty and not be ashamed. But we're going to rejoice, man. While y'all going to be out here catching pure hell, totally just ashamed and wanting to blow your own brains out, man. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. Yeah. You see? That's what's going to happen eventually. The Lord's going to make it known who are his chosen in these last days when things really get horrible out here, when these evil times come, man. It's a little bit more in here. It says, after making the executive order, Mayor Chan went on Facebook to brag about the sudden uptake in vacations, which went from the daily average of 2,000 shots in arms to 5,600 per day. See, so that threat that he issued and that executive order, which is not even in effect yet, scared these people so much that the damn near daily average doubled, man. You see? And that's that fear. That's that threat that this devil is pumping out that's making these people afraid, because at the end of the day, they have no faith, man. And their only trust is in that this place is going to continue on. It turns out that terror and intimidation are the new standard for medical ethics, as governments threaten citizens with heinous crimes to claim ownership over their body and beliefs. See? And you got to be aware of this, man. And this is going to happen more and more. Watch, the more that time goes on, the more you're going to see things get mandatory. You're going to see more threats. You're going to see more new standards and intimidation from this government to break your faith and to bend, and to change your mind, man. A lot of people's button could be when families start telling them, look, you can't come over, you can't celebrate Christmas, you can't come over the holidays unless you get the vacation. Other than that, we don't want nothing to do with you. And that's going to cause a lot of people that's going to be their breaking point, man. You see? That's why we got to remain faithful even unto death. The elect, we don't have no breaking point. We're going to deny this thing the whole way out, man. Even if our head got to be put inside of a guillotine, man. But guess what? That's how we're going to win. That's how we're going to be preserved. And that's how we're going to overcome this damn devil, man. To hell with this place, to hell with his mandates, to hell with the new world order, man. We're looking for the kingdom of heaven, the new heavens and the new earth. It says, Mayor Chan was blasted online by citizens who literally have nothing left to lose In response, Chan wrote that Section 4 might eventually be removed from the executive order as long as enough people submitted to the injections. You see? So he spewed out all that threatening to get you people to do it, and then he's like, well, if enough people do it, then we won't even enact it. We'll just put it away. See? That's all spells and witchcraft of this devil, man. That's witchcraft at its finest, man. And that's what this devil is doing, man. He's using witchcraft and threats to get you people to work on the minds of you people to bow down to the slaughter, man. But those of us that are in the spirit, we know better, man. We see right through that shit. Like I said, we see right through that trap, man. We stepping right over it and walking around it, man. But you know, 2/3 of these people and these people who don't have the spirit, man, they're totally accepted. I mean, they're totally open to these spells and witchcraft and threats, and they're gonna fall, man. It says at this point he is literally mocking anyone who challenges his authority. God bless us and I love you all. He wrote, no, God damn you, man, and goddamn any country and government that's partaking in these forms of witchcraft and wickedness, man. You're all going to be destroyed at the end of the day by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. So with that, you know, I didn't want to read all the other shit that don't matter, but this was the main point of the article. And you can see, you know, what's coming down the pike. And this is going to come here to the States, man. They're going to come with this same type of threatening and intimidation and witchcraft to work on the minds of you people to get you to obey without them having to get physical with you yet. All right. So with that, you, Lord willing, you were edified. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Until